Hi guys, this is Joyeta Moietree, student of grade 9, Apple Tree International School. I know, you guys are thinking, Joyeta, do we know your background? After how many years are you exactly with this background? I know, right? I personally miss this so much, but hey, I am back with a new academic video, and not just a new academic video, it's a new academic series on biology, and the series is very attractive, fun with sexual reproduction in human. Alright, see, I said it's way more attractive than my entire channel. Alright. So yes, today is the very first episode of this series. So we are basically going to know the very basic things about sexual reproduction, basically the entire idea and some ideas that we really need to continue studying this chapter, right? So before I actually start with today's topic, let's just start with some very basic thing which all of you know. So for the videos and all, I decorate the board a few days back before recording it, like shooting the video, because I'm not sure when exactly I will shoot it. So I did this, I think, a few days back, and I live with all my cousins and all. So my cousin younger brother, he is currently in grade 2. He came up and he asked that he's very interested in all my works. So he came up and asked, Apu, what is sexual reproduction? Imagine your grade 2 brother asking that. And well, my aunts, all of them were around. So I, without any hesitation, confidently said to him, dear, reproduction is a life process which basically means which basically is needed to continue your generation and living and basically producing offsprings, and sexual reproduction is the reproduction which occurs between a male and a female having two parents. So the same basic introduction goes to you of sexual reproduction. Alright, so today's episode or session is basically on cell reproduction. You can call it cell division as well. It's the all same thing. And now people will be like, Joyeta, we are here to know about human reproduction, not cell reproduction. We have absolutely no interest in cell reproduction. But hey, good news for you is cell reproduction is related with human reproduction. Alright, so cell division or reproduction is over here is basically of two types. So the one is mitosis and the other one is meiosis. Is this spelling correct? Probably it is. Alright, so these are the two processes we are basically going to know about and explore these two topics, mitosis and meiosis. So which one to start with? Let's start with mitosis, alright? So before talking about it, like where it takes place and what happens, let's just know the process a little bit. Like what is the process of mitosis and all. So let's say this is my cell. This is the cell that will be reproducing or dividing. So since this cell will be dividing, we call this cell as parent cell. Of course, like cells that are reproducing, parent cell, like that's the most obvious thing. Alright, so parent cell over here, when they are reproducing through mitosis, they will produce two identical daughter cells. So the divided cells that are getting produced, those cells are called daughter cells. See, daughter cells. Not son cell, daughter cell. Alright. So these cells over here are called daughter cells. Please avoid my handwriting. I'm writing on the board after like a longest amount of time. Alright. So as I mentioned, if you have listened, parent cell, when they are dividing through mitosis, they are producing two identical daughter cells. Please note the word identical. Now when I talk about identical, this basically means the daughter cells, they are exactly the same as parent cell. But speaking more about this, what is this same and this identical feature? So as I said, this is a chapter, some basic knowledge is needed, so I'm expecting that you guys are acquainted with the basic cell structure and all, because right now I can't go into that, right? So if you know about cell structure, you know a cell contains a nucleus and the nucleus contains chromosomes, right? So when we talk about identical daughter cells being produced, the term chromosome comes. So each and every cell over here in our body contains 46 chromosomes. So this parent cell over here is containing 46 chromosomes, right? You can also tell 23 pairs of chromosome. It's all the same thing. 46 chromosome, 23 pairs of chromosome, and then 46 chromosome. It's the same thing, right? Alright, so when they are producing identical daughter cells, which means each daughter cell over here will be having 46 chromosome. And then again when they will be producing through mitosis, they will have 46, 46, 46, 46. Their entire life is basically 46, 46 and 46. Alright, so this process basically takes place during growth of our cells or replacing our cells, right? In fact, all our cells like nerve cells, our skin cells, everything is produced through the process of mitosis. And that's why, you know, you see my face color, it's constant everywhere. It's not like one color here, and another color here. It's not like that because our skin cells are produced through mitosis. So identical cells everywhere. So see, our body is so smart, right? I didn't know our body is so smart. Deep stuff. Anyways, so that's basically the thing. And in fact, when this same type of cells are produced through mitosis, we all know this thing that same type of cells, they make up tissues and the same type of tissues make up the organs. So that's how through the process of mitosis our organs, our body organs are formed, right? So now the question is, since our body organs are formed with mitosis, everything is done with mitosis, what's the point of having this entire type of cell division, meiosis? That is the thing. So one exception takes place while producing a special kind of cell, which is basically our reproductive cell. So reproductive cells over here are called, given a special name, that is gametes. Alright, so gametes are basically reproductive cells or sex cells. Oh, okay, so male gamete over here. So if you say male gamete over here are called sperms, and female gamete over here are called, you can call them eggs or ova. And the singular form of ova is ovum. So you'll be acquainted with both ova and ovum during the process which we will be discussing in the later episodes, right? So these are the things. Now, as we said, one exception takes place while producing these special cells, reproductive cells, gametes. Alright, so before we see what change actually takes place, again, starting from the basic, let's see what the process of meiosis is. So meiosis, you know, I have a feeling that my spelling of meiosis is entirely wrong in this video. I don't know why, I'm just feeling it while writing it suddenly. Alright. Okay, so basically, meiosis over here, so if this is a parent cell will be dividing into 4 daughter cells. Okay? Parent cell, daughter cell, fine. But this time, they are not identical to the parent cell. The daughter cells are not identical to the parent cell. Okay, now how are they not identical? So we know parent cells, they contain 46 number of chromosomes, but each of the daughter cells over here will be containing half the number of chromosome as the parent cell, which means parent cell containing 46, so daughter cell 23 chromosomes. So each of the daughter cell over here will be containing 23 chromosomes. Now, okay, we know that's the process of meiosis. We know gametes or reproductive cells are produced through meiosis. Now you can ask, why? Like, why? Why do gametes need to be produced through the process of meiosis and cause an exception or difference? Maybe because they want attention. Attention seekers, you know, they want to be something different. But one more reason is there, apart from being an attention seeker, that is, guess what? So what is the process, what is the function of gametes or reproductive cells? Reproduction, duh, that's the most obvious thing, right? So function of gametes is reproduction. So what is needed for reproduction? As I said, in sexual reproduction there are two parents. So for any human being to reproduce, you need a cell from the female body, and you need a gamete from female body, and you need a gamete from male body. And then the two male gamete and the female gamete, they can fuse or combine and then produce a baby or something like that. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So now you see, as I said, each and every of a cell in the body contains 46 number of chromosomes, right? Except the gametes and all. So you see, if I take a cell from the female body, which is basically the gametes or the egg. So if I take one egg, it has 23 number of chromosomes. If I take one sperm, it has 23 number of chromosomes. And the two reproductive cells, when they combine, they will be producing one cell. So that in turn total will be containing 46 number of chromosomes. So you see, now the offspring, that is the final cell that is produced, that is 46 number of chromosomes. So that's how giving out this special cell from the male body and the female body, when they are producing an offspring, the number of chromosomes in the offspring is balanced. And that's why, to balance the number of chromosomes in the offspring, certain cells, like the reproductive cells in the male body and the female body, are containing half the number of chromosomes. So that when they combine, 23 forms 46. Now this process basically has something more interesting to it. That apparently is the pretty last thing. So basically, let's see, since we are done with mitosis, meiosis, then all these things. So you see, I got, in this process, if I come over here, I have one male cell and one female, one sperm and then one egg, right? So 23. So these two cells are formed by the process of meiosis. So these 23 cells, they are formed by the process of meiosis. These are two gametes. Now when these two gametes, they are combining, as I said, when they combine and they produce one single cell, this cell over here is called zygote. And this combination, that two gametes, one from the male body and one from the female body, they are combining or fusing and producing one single cell. This entire process is basically known as fertilization, right? So fertilization of gametes. Now fertilization, with the process of fertilization, they are producing one single cell, which is called the zygote. Now this zygote over here is containing 46 number of chromosomes. These are all 23. So this is containing 46 number of chromosomes. Now this zygote over here will now go through more cell division, but this time through mitosis. So you see, this zygote over here containing 46 number of chromosomes. With the process of mitosis, there will be maybe more other cells, like more cell division. So through a series of a lot of cell division of mitosis, like a lot of cell division, this 46 will be forming this type kind of structure, where each and every cell is containing 46 number of chromosomes, because it's dividing through mitosis. Now this structure over here, you see, as the zygote formed with so many cell division, each of the cell containing 46 number of chromosomes. So this entire structure is known as embryo. Now this embryo over here is basically what is the first step of having the baby, right? So this embryo then develops into a fetus, and then the fetus develops into a full-grown baby inside the female body. So that's basically the entire picture of reproduction or sexual reproduction. Alright, so this is basically our thing that we have to cover today. It's very small, I know. So let's just revise a little bit. So starting from mitosis. Mitosis is basically through cell, the daughter cells over here produced are identical to their parent cell. So both parent cell and daughter cell containing 46 number of chromosomes, right? And they are taking place in producing all the cells of our body except the reproductive cells. But all the other cells in our body are produced through the process of mitosis, right? And then coming to meiosis, they have this, the daughter cells, they are containing half the number of chromosomes as their parent cell. So parent cell 46, daughter cells 23. And we also know that why is meiosis taking place in the production of reproductive cells or the gametes. Male gametes are sperms, female gametes are ova, right? We know that 223 makes up 46. And last thing that we learned is basically this, that 223 two gametes containing 23 number of chromosomes, these two are formed through the process of meiosis, and then they are forming one single cell through the process of fertilization, and it's called zygote. And then zygote then goes through a lot of cell division of mitosis and produce identical cells, daughter cells, each of them containing 46 number of chromosomes. So a lot of identical daughter cells then makes up this embryo, which then grows into a baby inside the female body. That's basically the very big idea, the very basic idea about sexual reproduction. So that's all, we are done with session 1. Now, this is something I have to say, it's better to say it in the very first episode. So that is, I used to make educational video on physics a long time back. So that time, as I said, my school was closed and all. So I could record the video anytime. So that's why I at least could be regular. Maybe within 2 to 3 days of interval, I came up with a second session. But this time, maybe it could be a little difficult for me, because being completely honest with you guys, I can shoot my videos only on Fridays because other 5 days I have school, so I can't shoot. So the only day I get is weekends. So I prepared the entire week for the video, and then I do it on the weekends. That too, in the morning before everyone wakes up. So currently everyone is sleeping. And well, what do I say? Sad story of life for a lazy person like me. Waking up on a Friday before everyone in the winter morning. You know how hard it is. But hey, I'm still happy that I could be back with an academic video, but because I really miss it. So yes, that's the thing, that whatever I have done, I hope you guys could understand. But yes, it might, the next sessions might take a little long time to come up, but I will still try to give it as soon as possible, right? Hope to see you super soon with the next session of sexual reproduction. I am so super excited. Alright then, that's it today. What did I say at the end of my academic videos? Yeah, stay home, stay cool, and yes, keep watching fun with sexual reproduction with human, and what else? The underrated heartache. Stay tuned with my channel. Thank you so much.